Y'all hit that like, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and hit those notifications as well. LDBC salute. That's awesome. You know how we rocking. Be sure y'all sharing this video too as well. And shout out to all of my subs, day ones, as well as the new subs too. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me know that y'all can hear me before I go ahead and we start cooking on a couple of things. Not gonna keep y'all good people too long. But I just wanted to holler at y'all. Your boy been quite busy, working on several things, and one of the things that we is working on is well, I ain't gonna say it. Say it. I don't know what. Anyway, man. See you in here, beautiful. How you doing? The lovely, beautiful brown sugar is in the building. The queen is in here. She just stepped in here. Stepped on the runway. All of the hate. Come on through. Salute to y'all coming through. How you feeling? Which one, if you can hear me? I don't want to, I don't want her coming in. I can't hear you. Make sure that y'all can hear me. Mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. That means push 1 2. You know. Hello. Bonus stars. Hello. Hallelujah. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Because I ain't going unless y'all can hear me. And I kind of figured this is going on. Can y'all hear me? Okay, all right. Well, damn. I mean, come on, damn. Let me know I'm on point, man. All right. All I got to do is put warriors in. Now, we're going to talk about the situation with Morant. Salute to the brother Ticket TV. Already done talked about this. If you're not subbed to Ticket TV, man, what are you doing? Go sub to my homie over there, LDBC brother all day. You know what I'm saying? Brother Ticket, go back like 4 flats on the Cadillac, man. Salute to him, man. Don't come over there with that fake stuff. And he is one of the HNICs of this LDBC thing. Definitely go sub to his channel. He reported on this with Morant first. I saw him talking about it first. And according to reports and video surfacing, Morant getting into it with his teammates. Of course they're gonna make Ja look like the bad boy. They're gonna make it just like what me and Brown Sugar was talking about. You know what I'm saying? She was up in there. She loved Ja. You know what I'm saying? Love his mentality, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with her 100%. They're gonna do everything that they can to try to make his image bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, man. Look, it's clear he don't want to be there. You know, it's clear he don't want to be there. Man, teammates get into it all the time. It could be, a various number of different things. You know what I'm saying? It could be over, teammates are upset, the fact that you're leaving. Teammates are upset that the fact that you're not producing. Some teammates are mad because they got some stuff going on at home. You know what I'm saying? Who is Hendo, man? I thought my nigga Hendo was mad at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen Hendo in a minute. Make sure you go sub to Detroit. What up, though? That's why he mad at me. I ain't properly I ain't properly said the salutation right. You know what I'm saying? When you step in Detroit, man, you know what I'm saying? You take your shoes off. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck where you at. What up, though? Nah, make sure you go sub to my nigga, who is Hendo, Detroit's finest in the building, man. Salute to him. Always keeping it real and gonna give you facts. He ain't coming with that bullshit. He gonna come with some logic to the table. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all just get on here and talk. Nah, he gets surgical with that motherfucker. And he don't mind calling your ass out. He done called me out on a couple of occasions. You know what I'm saying? That's still my nigga, though. Salute to Hendo. But to get back to Ja, okay? I know everybody probably disagree with me and stuff like that, but he don't want to be there no more. Oh, it's clear. You know what I'm saying? And listen, like I've already said, okay? Ja Morant, the only thing that I got a problem with Ja Morant, I don't have a problem with his father. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to T Morant. I don't got a problem with Ja Morant, you know, doing what he do outside of the court or whatever. Just keep that shit off of social media. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with him, you know, doing a little gun thing and celebration. That's that era. That's this era. That's them YNs or whatever. If you like Pooh, Sheisty, that's cool. If you like Brady, like Finesse, cool. If you like Glorilla, that's cool. I ain't tripping. All right? It's the only thing I got a problem with Ja Morant with. He got to stay injury free. That's why I said it's a good. It would be a damn good move if he did go to Miami. He got to stay healthy though. That nigga got to stay healthy. That's the only thing. He got to stay healthy. Does he know how to run the point when he's healthy? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, him and Anthony Edwards in the backcourt. Could you imagine that? I'm saying if he went to Minnesota, ooh, but he got to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? If he was to stay healthy like an Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? Ja Morant would be so far ahead. You know what I'm saying? But he can't stay healthy though. You know, and that's my only problem with Ja. It don't got nothing to do with that. I like Ja Morant mentality. Listen, everybody act like teammates ain't gonna get into it. Teammates ain't gonna fight. No, teammates are gonna fight. Teammates gonna get into it. Teammates fight coaches. Coaches done got into it with teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like when you in a family environment, you gonna get on people's nerves. You know what I'm saying? People fight in the locker room, damn near about to kill each other. I mean, let's talk about Vernon Maxwell about to kill, or unalive, I should say, Hakeem Olajuwon. They don't talk. Yeah. But y'all don't talk about Ruben. Sorry about that. I said Ruben stuttered. This is my sorry for 2004. No, not Ruben stuttered. I meant Ruben Patterson, the fake ass Kobe stopper. When he got into it with Zach Randolph and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Ruben Patterson um, and Zach Zebo. Yeah, they came to blows, body slamming each other. Can you imagine two big ass niggas body slamming each other, shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Zebo ain't. Look, I done seen Zebo. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker is not little by any stretch of the means. You know what I mean? That nigga is not little by any stretch of the means. But to get back to what I was saying, Ja Morant, uh, you know, a lot of people they gonna sit up there, they gonna say, "Oh, what is he doing?" Stuff like that. Man, look, it's clear that he don't want to be there. And listen, um, this is the same shit, similar to what Jimmy Butler was kind of doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's a slight differences, slight similarities. The only difference is that Jimmy Butler wasn't playing. Ja Morant is actually playing. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? But it's clear he don't want to be there. He don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm Ja, just remain. Listen, the only thing you can tell him is to remain professional. Now, you can't tell somebody how to think, feel, or anything like that, especially when you are the HNIC of the organization for so long. Well, as far as the player is concerned, you've been the head honcho of the players for this long. You've been a franchise player. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, the people in Memphis, they don't look at y'all like that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, but they don't look at them like that no more. Now, I don't know who they should be looking at like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they looking at Zach Edey like that, shit, you out your goddamn mind. Because y'all done wasted a draft pick on Zach Edey. That motherfucker can't stay healthy. If we gonna get a smoke to all these motherfuckers that sit up there and stay injury prone instead of injury free, we got to throw Zach Edey in there too. Everybody want to talk all this shit about my guy, Victor Wembanyama. Nah, let's talk about Zach Edey because his ass can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy either. Kawhi been playing. Kawhi been balling. He actually been on the court. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi has been just been a terror, and I'm gonna talk about him later. Kawhi has been destroying shit. Okay, y'all can get mad if you don't like the strippers, tippers, and nippers, or whatever you want to call them, or whatever. I'm gonna call them the Clippers. I'm gonna give them that respect. You know what I'm saying? But Kawhi been killing. You know what I'm saying? You can't say how he been injured and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You drafted this old Yao Ming motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And then the motherfucker can't stay on the court. I'll be mad too. Shit, you know what I'm saying? They want to get on me about, you know what I'm saying? Look, okay, I like a little guns or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all made it a big ass controversy. You act like he went out, you know what I'm saying, and was using it or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They made it a big ass ordeal. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the NBA did. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. It was, okay, look, should have just had them, you know, couple games, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Then be done with it, man. Y'all like the motherfucker was out there doing something that bad, man. Like, let's be real, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, the only problem I had with John was him. Well, sometimes his erratic plays. I don't want him to be doing that shit because I don't want him to get badly hurt. You know what I'm saying? Then what you gonna say then now? You know what I'm saying? He gonna be out in another 40 games, another 50 games, something like that. You know what I'm saying? No. So this is I'm not gonna say it's a sad situation, but it was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? Do I feel sad for it? No. Get your ass up out of there. If you don't want to be there, go ahead and go. If you don't want to be there, go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other guys, and if I am gonna be on another side, if you want me to um, be on the flip side, okay. On the flip side, okay, yeah. Stop taking up space. Go ahead and go. Get your ass up out of there. If you don't want to be there, let them rebuild. Let them go ahead and move on from the era or whatever. Now, in terms of me being on Josh's side, okay, yeah. Hey, appreciate y'all hitting the like coming on through, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Whoever's up in here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. You know how we do. Don't come with that fake shit. Okay? Don't come with that fake shit. But, like I said, man, John Morant, it's ran its course. I think the biggest thing that really caused him to feel away was Taylor Jenkins. Getting rid of Taylor Jenkins. I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, him and Taylor Jenkins, they had a great relationship. Now, did they have their ups and downs? Yes, just like any main player and any head coach would. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson, they had their disagreements. Okay, Kobe and Phil Jackson had their disagreements. Phil Jackson and Scottie Pippen had their disagreements. Chuck Daly had disagreements with multiple players on the Detroit Pistons. You understand what I mean? He had, but he was a family man. That's why I like Chuck Daly. Nobody mentions Chuck Daly. All y'all do is mention Phil Jackson and Pat Riley, and not taking anything away from them. But how come y'all don't talk about Chuck Daly? Why y'all don't talk about Chuck Daly? Why y'all don't talk about Chuck Daly? God rest his soul. People can sit up here and act like, oh yeah, he ain't do nothing and all this other stuff. Man, he was the one responsible for doing what he could to put the clamps on Jordan. Now, did he do it all the way? No, he wasn't able to. But another thing that you got to give Chuck a team of guys that the NBA was doing everything that they could to not get the Larry O'Brien and still being able to be successful in that. And on top of that, he was able to take a dream team full of personalities which were hard to get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want to step on each other's toes. Everybody thought that it was impossible. Everybody thought that he wasn't going to be able to coach Jordan. Everybody thought that he wasn't going to be able to coach Magic. Everybody thought that just because Isaiah wasn't on that squad or whatever, there was going to be some bickering and arguing and fighting. Guess what he did? He was still able to bring that gold medal back from Barcelona. I'm sorry, I don't mean to go back in the days, but I'm just saying, man, give Chuck Daly his credit. Nobody talk about no Chuck Daly. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, shout out to Pat Riley. Love him to death, but shit, you want to talk about hardcore? Chuck Daly was hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Phil Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's great, but Chuck Daly, I'm gonna be real with you. Some people gonna get mad too. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Look, Chuck Daly, coaching wise, if we talk about X's and O's, if we talk about like motivating stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, Chuck Daly was a better coach than Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson just had a great way of managing personality, but Chuck Daly did too. You know what I'm saying? Mike Krzyzewski did too. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Now that let's talk about coaching, John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh to the Giants. John Harbaugh to the Giants, man. That didn't take long, man. I'm really just waiting for Mike Tomlin, where he gonna be. You know what I'm saying? There's more teams reaching out for Mike Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? They want Mike Tomlin there, man. You should have seen the head honcho for the Ravens. As soon as he heard Mike Tomlin has stepped down and everything. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote step down. You know what I'm saying? We know what Rooney was getting ready to do. You know what I'm saying? But, the Steelers wasn't going to do him like that. He had been with that organization for quite some time. But Harbaugh over there with the Giants, the New York Football Giants. Uh, Now, a lot of people have they disagreements and stuff like that. But listen, as much of a fan that I'm not of Harbaugh, he is still a great coach. It's just that I didn't think that he resonated. After a while, he didn't resonate with the players. You know what I'm saying? Um, particularly with Lamar Jackson, he wasn't resonating with them. Um, but will he make the New York Giants a contender? That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. But will he get to the playoffs? I agree with Cypress TV. Cypress TV, shout out to him. Go sub to Cypress TV channel. He did say that John Harbaugh will get them to the playoffs, and I agree with that. You'd be silly for them for him not to think that he's not going to take them to the playoffs. Now the question is, what are they going to do to change that environment now? Because now you're talking about a guy that's used to being in the playoffs. You're talking about a guy that's a Super Bowl champion. You know, what does this do for the city of New York? You know what I'm saying? How are they gonna accept him? Because New York is not an easy place to play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, you look at the New York Giant fans on here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my guy Scrub, but Scrub Zero. Salute to Scrub Zero, my guy HDIITV. Definitely go sub to their channel. But my guy Scrub Zero, man, he critical. He's super critical of his team, and I agree with him on a lot of things too. You know what I'm saying? Uh, when it comes to how that front office is over there, so we're gonna have to see what happens. And this is a coach of Shane. Now you got Dart. I think that him working with Dart, that's gonna be a key thing too. Um, that quarterback relationship. Hopefully, that'll be able to work out. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna win no Super Bowl or anything like that, but it's gonna make them competitive. And on top of that, he going to the NFC. He going to the NFC, man. He getting out of the AFC and he going to the NFC. The NFC, okay. You know what I'm saying? NFC. The Bears in them. 49ers in them. The Cowboys in them, which they not in it no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some teams that's in it now. The Eagles just got their ass knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Gotta look out for the Seattle Seahawks, too. You know what I'm saying? Them Rams in there. You know? Yeah, he in that NFC now. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he in the NFC. Well, we gotta call him NFC least. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't no NFC beast and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They were the NFC least. You know what I'm saying? All of them out. Eagles out, Cowboys out, Giants out. They all out. Well, not Redskins. Commanders out. They all out. You know what I'm saying? Sayonara. Even my team out. You know what I'm saying? With the Tampa Bay. Now, I know somebody had asked me would I wanted John Harbaugh in there with Tampa Bay. You know what? I gotta say no. I gotta say no. And it has nothing to do with John Harbaugh. It ain't got nothing to do with John Harbaugh. I just know you would have to start over with John Harbaugh. You can't come in there with an already ready-made team. He's gonna have to start all over. And see, this is another thing too. John Harbaugh being able to start over, him being able to start over with New York and with Jackson Dart, I think that's a perfect opportunity because you have to start from the ground up when you talk about a quarterback. You see Schottenheimer and Dak Prescott. I mean, yeah, Dak Prescott he had a great year, great season. But we know he done been there for like a decade. To be honest with you, Schottenheimer is gonna have to start off with something new. I'm example, Mike Tomlin, right? I think he'd be the perfect coach for the Browns. Mike Tomlin, cool with Di. You know what I'm saying? Come up in there, you know what I'm saying, with Shador Sanders. You know? I think that would be a perfect play for him. You know what I'm saying? Get a young quarterback, somebody he could develop, you know what I'm saying, grow with, trials and tribulations with. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you coming in there with a veteran, you know what I'm saying, already done played several years and stuff like that. That's all he had been getting. He been getting a Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He been getting with Big Ben. He was successful. I agree with what Marcus Spears said. Marcus Spears said something. They could never get the quarterback position right. I agree with what he said. He said that on when I was looking at that on first take. They could never get that quarterback position right. And listen, I'm not a whole bunch of excuses. Everybody want to sit up here, like I think Scap Attack sit up here and call Mike Tomlin a bum and all this other shit. It wasn't all his fault. It was not all Mike Tomlin's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like you got an old ass Aaron Rodgers who clearly couldn't move no more, got sacked 4, 5 times up against a premier ass defense in the Houston Texans. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, I'm not gonna put all that on Mike Tomlin. Okay, 19 winning seasons, but you, Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying? He want to sit up there and bring up the fact, oh well, you hadn't been, you hadn't won a playoff game since 2016. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but he still got the man never missed the playoffs. The man got 19 winning seasons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? John Madden only got one Super Bowl, right? But you gave him the face, the cover. John Madden done been God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? But John Madden wasn't as successful as some people think. They look at Madden as you know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Like I said, get back on Harbaugh. He gonna make a difference for the New York Giants, regardless of how you feel about him. A lot of people, a lot of people felt that how the Ravens did him was wrong. I mean, look, if we looking at it like this, now that I look back at it, maybe they could have just let him just walk. You know what I'm saying? Just say, hey, look, step down, sort of do it like how they did it, with Mike Tomlin. But other than that, man, uh, it was time for him to go. He had ran his course. He definitely had ran his course. Now, let's talk about Pooh Shiesty. Talk about Pooh Shiesty, man. Let's talk about Pooh Shiesty. Uh, Shout out to Street Politics Player Co over there. Definitely go sub to his channel. I saw him talking about this man. He was talking about Pooh Shiesty performing at Rolling Loud. Uh, yeah, Rolling Loud is that's a that's a that's huge to be able to come out, come out of the feds, you know what I'm saying, and doing his time and everything. Do what you gonna do? You ain't had a performance. You ain't done this. You ain't done that. Well, hey, he could perform that first day out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about T Grizzly. Shout out to him, T Grizz or whatever. But Pooh Shiesty, man, I told you, man, he got a plan. He know what he's doing. Pooh Shiesty ain't stupid. I mean, Pooh Shiesty was. Listen, let's just be honest, man. Before he had got locked up and everything and had to do his time or whatever, Pooh Shiesty was on top of his game. He was already he was already taking stuff, what I'm saying, to the next level, have people doing certain things. So now he getting back to the money. He getting back to the business. He doing that. He not wasting no time or whatever. He doing the complete opposite of what at one time Finesse two time. Now Finesse two time done tapped into a lane of social media where he found it. He got social media on fire. You know what I'm saying? If that works for him, stay in that lane. But Pooh Shiesty, he know the game. You know what I'm saying? You talk about a guy, man, that he had number one hits. I mean, everybody was jamming and stuff. I mean, you still got people jamming, uh, back in blood and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? At basketball games, football games. You know what I'm saying? Got him wearing the Pooh Shiesty, man. Man, Pooh Shiesty is that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, you listen to Pooh Shiesty? Oh, yeah, I listen to little nigga. Got no problem with Pooh Shiesty. Yeah, like, man, this dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, he an artist. Freedom of choice. I do the hell I want to. I listen to who I want to. You know what I'm saying? If I want to listen to, Glorilla, anybody else, that's cool. I get a props for him getting to the business. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the biggest thing. I'm gonna say this before I go ahead and depart. Right? What's going to happen? Because you know who's already gonna be there. NBA YoungBoy gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And they've been bumping heads for a couple of years. But like the brother Player Code said, Street Politics TV, like what he has said. Maybe this is the opportunity for them to grow. Maybe this is the opportunity for them to be like, you know what, let's bury the hatchet. Let's move forward. We getting older. You know what I'm saying? NBA YoungBoy ain't tripping on that shit. NBA YoungBoy doing his thing. Bruce Gas in the building. You didn't think I saw you, bruh. Make sure you go sub to Bruce Gas, Jazz, Boxing, and more. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more, man. And also, man, he gonna do the trivia. And also, he gonna talk about boxing. And also, he gonna talk about music. And also, he gonna talk about wrestling. And also, he is gonna be a historian. I got him ranked as he in the top. He in the top 5 on YouTube as far as historians. You know what I'm saying? There's very few historians that I listen to on this motherfucker, but I'm gonna name them right now. Bruce Gas, of course, is one of them. Bruce Gas is a historian. You know what I'm saying? You are gonna learn some shit. Okay? Go fertilize your brain, okay? Then you gotta talk about, you know what I'm saying, my guy, Too Raw for TV, historian. Go fertilize your brain, you know what I'm saying, Too Raw for TV. And my guy, Kev Mack videos, you know what I'm saying? Another element, you know what I'm saying? Another element, but it's still history. It's still a part of history. You know what I'm saying? What is it? His story. You know what I'm saying? You break it down in two. Anyway, but salute to Bruce Gas over there, man, smoking that good brown sugar. That's why she showed up real quick. She like, Bruce, pass it, nigga. Pass it. Pass the weed. Pass that blunt over here. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some of that cognac. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some of that vodka. You know what I'm saying, man? Let me sip a little bit of that 211. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a black and mild with an MD 2020 with it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Brown Sugar said, man, you better pass that shit. You know what I'm saying? You better pass it right now. Straight to the point. Make sure y'all donate to the channel. My cash app is $ straight to the point 77. Shouts out to the whole entire LDBC. Basketball and boxing, you know how I'm rocking. Till then, man, straight to the point. I'm out.